guys, it's Wendy here, back with another review. Today I am going to do Chic Unique from Maison Alhambra and also RAHEEQ from NUSUK. I was very excited to get RAHEEQ because I have not tried any perfumes from NUSUK in the past, so this is the first one from this brand. However, I will start with Chic Unique from Maison Alhambra. I came across this one by accident, guys, because I was not expecting it, and when I realized it was supposedly an inspiration of Guerlain Peche Mirage, so I picked it up immediately. Look at this, the bottle. It is so beautiful. It looks like a very expensive bottle, you know. I wouldn't say niche, but it looks more high-end department store. It has also a bit of weight to it. Guys, Peche Mirage, it's a perfume that I tried early in the summer. I did do a shot about it. It is one of the latest Guerlain exclusives. I fell in love with it. However, I did not pick it up. I was hoping, you know, that there would be a few inspirations out on the market. So I have been waiting on this one. So, you know, I was very excited when I saw that Maison Alhambra had an inspiration, so I assume the other brands will also hopefully be coming out with inspirations of that perfume. Honestly, Peche Mirage, I loved it. I thought about it, but I was thinking the price point, it is, this one, it came out to me as more of a spring summer perfume. It does have a leather note, but I did not think the leather note was that much, you know, that it transformed the perfume into winter, maybe all year round, but to my nose, it was definitely not a winter perfume. This one, Chic Unique, has top notes of apricot. The Guerlain version has in the top peach, blackcurrant and saffron. And in both perfumes, the heart, it's listed as osmanthus. And in Chic Unique, the base is incense leather, birch and styrax. And in the Guerlain version, the base, it's leather, amber and sandalwood. I mean, it does depend, you know, on how the notes are laid out, the combination, how it smells, but the notes are not very close. Also, I must mention, this has been sitting here for about 2.5 weeks. I would say closer to 3 weeks. When I first got it, I sprayed it. It was a bit rough, honestly. I said to myself, this one, it is definitely not really smelling like Peche Mirage, and it has gotten better, but I will get into this in the review. The roughness that I got when I first tried this from the post, and maybe a week later, it has, you can say it reduced a lot. It is not completely gone, but it's better. After about 3 weeks, there is a likeness to Guerlain Peche Mirage, but it is not one-to-one. I would say Chic Unique is at best maybe 50, saying 60% is pushing it a bit. I do get the aura of Peche Mirage. Granted, it's not so smooth. It's not such a bright peach floral on a leathery base like the Guerlain version. The leather note comes out a bit more. There is some smokiness, a lot more sexy to this one. As stated, the peach note is not so prominent in here like in the original, and this has apricot listed as the top note, but it's also stone fruit. You know, it depends on who the perfumer is and what it's mixed with. A lot of these perfumes do have artificial ingredients, and they do sometimes not really list what the notes are. So the apricot in here, it does mimic peach to a certain extent, but not a bright peach. The opening, I find it, now that it's settled, it's better. You can say it's on its way to completely curing. I do like the opening of the perfume. The osmanthus note, it's in here present, forms the heart of both perfumes. I do get a nice osmanthus, a bit of a green osmanthus, not so creamy. Chic Unique, the leather comes out a bit more and mixed in with the incense. This one, it's a bit more, I would say, serious perfume. It's more in the middle than the Guerlain perfume, more linen, unisex. This one has a lot more bite. You can say it's a bit sultriness, sexiness. The one from Guerlain, it's a bit more refined, a bit more dainty. The birch note definitely adds more woodiness to Chic Unique. Do I like this perfume at this stage? I like it. I can tell it's not fully where it should be, but I do have visions in my head of where this perfume is going. I think this will morph into a very beautiful fall winter perfume, and somehow I get the feeling that the apricot note, when all is done and it settles and cures, you know, the apricot note, it should come out a bit more, making this a little bit more feminine, you know, giving a bit more fruitiness. If this does not happen, I will still like Chic Unique. I think it's great value for the price point. The bottle is beautiful. And in the meantime, I will wait, you know, for a closer inspiration of Peche Mirage to come out. I do get a little bit of Peche Mirage fantasy in here, but it's not it. It's not what I would call a dupe or a clone. This is, you can say, drawing some bit of inspiration from the original perfume, but this, it is its own creation. Also, it's a perfect nighttime perfume. It has some smokiness, some structure, lots of depth. So this one, it could be a date night perfume. Projection now, it's very good, and lasting power is average. I mean, I can get a good 6 hours from this. I can smell myself. I can imagine it will only get better with time. So it's not yet what I can call bismuth. It's an eau de parfum, and I am satisfied with the performance. Most perfumes will not give you 8 hours plus, you know, so we have to be realistic. In a normal eau de parfum, you will get maybe 5, 6, 7 hours, and this is very good. So I do like this. I will come back on this one. and I look forward to what it will morph into. The next one, guys, it is, I am butchering the name, it is Raheeq. I will leave the name at the bottom, from NUSUK, and my first perfume from the brand. Packaging is absolutely gorgeous, guys, and this is what awaits you when you open. I have to see how I say it again. Raheeq from NUSUK. It is a perfume with a honey note, so you can see the beautiful bee here, and there is also a very nice booklet in here with the perfume notes and a description of the perfume. I did notice when I got this that the notes were incorrect on Fragrantica. This happens very often, by the way. Fragrantica and Latafa, sometimes you have to go with your nose. But look at this gorgeous bottle. For those of you who have this and are having a little bit of problem or planning on getting it, when I first got it, I had a bit of problems, you know, closing it and getting the cap on. There is a snap mechanism in here. Can you hear this? And the bottle has to be twisted. So if you are just trying to snap this on sometimes, it does not work. So I just thought I would mention it. But this bottle, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I have used quite a bit of the perfume because it is a beautiful perfume. I don't even have to spray it, you know, for my review sniffing, because it's quite potent, guys, and it has gotten even stronger. I have also had this here for a bit more, I would say, than 3 weeks. The notes in NUSUK Raheeq are top notes: honey, apricot, blood orange, lemon, you know. This really reads like a Gourmand poem. The heart, it's coconut, magnolia, caramel, so much creaminess and yumminess. There is musk, sandalwood, and vanilla absolute in the base. When I read the notes in this perfume, I was feeling, you know, hungry, and I was trying to imagine what the perfume would be like. Honey and coconut, blood orange and lemon. Doesn't it sound beautiful? And to my surprise, when I first tried the perfume, I was a little bit disappointed because I was thinking it's a bit thin, you know, I'm expecting something a lot creamier. And this was also one of the reasons I did not push myself to film right when I got this, because I was thinking this should get better. Also, when I first tried it, it wasn't just thin. In the opening, I was getting a bit of waxiness. I was thinking, is this from the honey? You know, they used the honeycomb. But I was not getting a very fragrant honey note. It was honey waxiness, a little bit artificial. But after a couple of days, not even 3 days, I allowed it to sit. I kept trying it, and this little waxy artificial aroma I was getting when I first tried the perfume, it's completely gone. When I spray this perfume now, I do get beautiful, fragrant notes of honey, the aromas of honey, and this is laced, you know, with lemon, a sweet citrus note. The lemon note, it's so nicely on show in this perfume, not only in the opening. When the perfume transforms, it's also very present in the heart, and it forms a very nice I would say custard-like aroma with the middle notes. With progression, the apricot comes out, not sweet, cloying candy apricot, but the aromas of apricot, they are there. And then the coconut comes in. It's a creamy coconut. This is not having a tropical coconut note. It's more of coconut that you would mix maybe into a pudding. And like I was saying, the lemon note, it's also there. It's gorgeous, guys. The middle of the perfume, it's a cream dessert with lemon and honey, but a very rich, opulent dessert. In the heart, you have coconut, magnolia, and caramel, and these notes, they are present, and this is the dessert that you get. A lot of Gourmand fragrances, you know, they do list a lot of yummy Gourmand notes. You do not get a lot of them, or on other occasions, they are always too much, too dense. In here, it has a very good balance. It never gets too cloying, too foody. It's what yumminess should be. Sweet but not toothache sweet. This is a real Gourmand perfume, a comfort perfume, you know, something you pick up on a rainy, cold day when you are wanting to pamper yourself. I am so surprised by the composition of this perfume. Everything, it's in balance. The blood orange note, I do not get this in the beginning. It comes much later on, more towards, you know, when you are in the base of the perfume, and this is also nice. I wouldn't say blood orange, it's a fresh orange note. The finish, it's more vanilla to my nose than musk. I do not get a lot of musk. This really has a vanilla base. I wouldn't call it a vanilla perfume, you know. It's a mix, a concoction, but I do not get a lot of musk in here. Another beautiful aspect note of the perfume, it's the sandalwood. It's a very fragrant sandalwood. It's not what I would call aggressive, but there is enough sandalwood in here to add some structure, you know, a bit of elegance, classiness to the perfume, that it's just not yummy food and you get tired of it after a few hours. The sandalwood does its thing in here. By the way, this one is touted to be inspired by Scandale from Jean-Paul Gaultier, which I do have, and I did compare the two perfumes. This is my Scandale. I do wear the Scandale Absolu a bit more because this one, it's more gourmand, more rich. I love it. Guys, I do not find these two perfumes to be very similar. Yeah, they do share a lot of notes, but Scandale, it is a floral perfume, and the honey note in Scandale, it does not come out as much. Here, I do get a very nice fragrant honey notes, and this one, it's more gourmand. I do not see a very strong similarity between the two perfumes. I also compared it to Scandale Absolu. I don't know if it's because the notes are so similar, why it is being touted to be a clone of Scandale. Maybe in the dry down there is a bit of a likeness. I would say maybe 40-50%. This one, it's such a beautiful perfume. I do see it as its own perfume. Maybe there is some other perfume that it is inspired from. I did compare the two notes, Scandal and Raheeq. They do share a lot of notes, but NUSUK has done a fabulous job with this perfume, and it is not a floral bomb the way that Scandal is. Maybe it is another Scandal. I mean, on Fragrantica and other fragrance boards, everyone point to Scandal. If anything, I would say it's even closer to Scandal Absolu than it is to the original Scandal perfume. But this is gorgeous, full bottle worthy. I love it, and it's a perfume I will reach a lot for. It's potent, it projects, no issues here. I find it again to be full bottle worthy and great value for the price point. This is a perfume, even if you don't like it, the bottle will give you enough enjoyment that you will not regret the coin. Also, look at the atomizer area. This is also very nicely done. I do wear my perfumes, so it's not as clean, but I love this perfume. The longer it stays here, the better, the stronger it's getting. So guys, this is a good find, and due to this one, I will try other perfumes from the brand NUSUK. Anyway guys, this is my review for this one. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you already picked this up. It's not new and I have had it sitting here for a while. So I would love to get your thoughts on it. Even if you don't agree with me, I will never get angry. We have to learn. We are learning from each other. A lot of perfumes I do pick up are from recommendations from you guys, so please don't be shy. Have a lovely week ahead and hope to see you again soon on this channel. Subscribe, support, and choose.